What's going on, Cold World? Young K.lane ImHotep coming at you live and direct. Now, it's been a couple of days. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm sorry that I've been quite absent. But it's been some things going on. Not nothing bad. You know what I mean? But for myself, sometimes I feel like, well, you need to take time out for yourself for personal development, to get your mind right. Um, it's been a lot of things this year. It just comes straight out the rip. That's been transpiring. That's made me check myself. You know what I'm saying? Because look, it's like this. It's just me being transparent, but it's also speaking probably to other people in their situation, maybe to your situation right now, right? We ask God for a lot of things. We want the best for ourselves. We aspire to match the vision that He gave us. A lot of us are aspiring to do a lot of great things in life despite what's around us and what our reality looks like, right? Our future does not look like our past nor our present at the moment, right? And it's not saying that we're not in a good place right now, but we just know that it's better on the horizon, right? Now, yesterday, I didn't catch the whole um, inauguration. I caught some highlights. Um, what I did catch was, what I'm saying, the young lady, I think her name was, I think I'm going to say Amanda. If I'm wrong, please forgive me. Please forgive me. I'm fresh on this. I know we all are because it just happened yesterday, but literally I'm fresh on this. But her poem was beautiful. Yeah, it was dope. But the title, like the hills we climb. I mean, that's even though she was speaking on a lot of things dealing with the country, that's really symbolic of life. I mean, you look at life in chapters, it's the hills we climb, right? Some people quit. Some people quit on themselves along the way when it gets too tough and they start to settle. The key is with life that I'm learning over time is to have endurance to keep going. Now, a lot of people say, oh, life goes on, so yeah, I'm going to keep going. No. Well, it's deeper than that. I mean, never giving up on yourself, never giving up on that vision, that dream, right? Now, some of us, our time has passed when it comes to certain things because of age. But normally, the purpose that you have in life doesn't really have an age requirement to it or an expiration date due to age. The calling of your life is much deeper than that. It's beyond those man-made type of titles or biases. Um, you know, um, so never give up on yourself. Now, sort of kind of backtracking, but putting everything together. As I was enduring some of the things that was coming to pass with me towards the beginning of the year, um, like I said, it put me in a state of reflection. You know, um, really just checking myself because guess what? We're asking for new levels. Now, the first thing you always think of, new levels, new devils. Well, sometimes those devils that we think about are not outside of us. They're really inside of you. And it doesn't mean that you're a bad or evil person. What I mean is those voices, some of those old ways of thinking, that's limiting your perspective on your reality right now. A lot of us are praying and asking God for a lot of things that we really already have, not even knowing. And I'm one of those people. You understand what I'm saying? We ask God for a lot of resources, not knowing that He already gave us everything that we need really to get us to the next level and beyond. If we were just sit down and just smell the roses for a minute. A lot of us have issues where we need to let go of certain things. Things may be people. It may be your circle. It might be fucked up. Excuse my language, but I'm just being honest. You understand what I'm saying? If you're around people that are not pushing you to be your greatest self, you are around the wrong people. If all they want to do is sit there and tear you down, but they don't have anything good to say to build you up, you might want to check your surroundings, my friend. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, it's detrimental. Your environment is detrimental to your growth and development. This is very key. This is very true. You hear this and it sounds very cliche, but I'm trying to tell you, if you have not endured a lot of things already through life, due to your age or just how life has just been giving it to you, that's a blessing. But I want to. It's not a warning. It's not sitting there saying, I'm not one of those people that are gonna talk about life and just sitting there saying, oh well, bad stuff is going to happen to you. No, no, no. I just want you to be prepared for disappointments. It's inevitable. It's inevitable. Um, Can I be honest with you? I'm doing it anyway, right? The disappointment is gonna lie more within yourself than other people. When you really sit down with those feelings, you'll be pissed off at people for the moment, right? But when you really sit down with those feelings in the situation, it's really you. And what I'm saying is not you, like meaning that you're the culprit in the situation, but if you really took the time out before you move so fast, some of us fail to put boundaries in relationships, so therefore we feel like we got stepped on. We start feeling like we got abused, or people were just taking advantage of certain situations. But really, the truth be told, the issue was in the beginning, you never put up any boundaries. So, like a person does, they keep doing stuff, and they take an inch, then they take a foot, then they take a yard. Next thing you know, they got the whole damn football field. You understand what I'm saying? You get my drift. But we also have to put boundaries within ourselves too. That's what I'm saying. It comes back to always here. The hills we climb. It's all in the mind. Perspective is all in the mind. You know? But let me tell you something though. You are listening to a person that's, I won't even say I tried it all, but you know, I've tapped into various different forms of religion, spirituality, and it's crazy because at one point in time, due to my growth, I was bashing the Bible. I was bashing the Bible. I was going in. I was going in on Christianity, and I was going in, talking shit like Saul before he turned to Paul, right? Straight up, going in. But then it's crazy how God works, right? He allowed me to be able to have great understanding of different deities and everything, right? So that when I finally came back to the scriptures, man, when I sit there and say that thing came to life, it's like I can read it now with a whole different level. And then you really think about it, you break down the word scripture, script, the root word script. So it's like really a movie script. That's why when your third is open in the right way. Now let me tell you something about that third eye, ladies and gentlemen. It's your spiritual eye. You daydream and stuff like that. If you're a person that dreams frequently and daydreams frequently, it's open. You ain't got to sit there and do no crazy meditation and all that kind of stuff for that. It's already open. If you can stand there with your two eyes open and you looking at a truck, like I'm looking at a truck right now, right? With my two eyes. I'm looking at a whole truck right across the street, like, you know what I'm talking about? But in my vision with my third eye, it's a whole nother scene going on. You understand what I'm saying? But it's like a battery. Got a negative and a positive charge, right? Now you could be able to see some things in your mind that the devil can put in there, or you can really tap into the thing from the Most High. Now this is, I'm serious when I say this. I'm speaking from experience. I know. You understand what I'm saying? But it's just like the old Native American saying. You know, when the granddad talked to the grandson about the two wolves, the good and the bad wolf, and the grandson's like, okay, who wins? The granddad said, you know, candidly, you know, which one you feed the most. This is true. So along like I said in the beginning of the year, a lot of things started happening, right? So I had to sit there and ask myself, am I being double-minded in my ways? Even though I'm tapping in with the Most High, am I serving two masters? Am I serving myself, meaning your ego, your pride, your old ways of thinking? You see what I'm saying? That you won't let go because you feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying? You know how we get. We get mad, get upset. We want to go crawl in a hole, right? Get away from everything. But, okay, that served you as a child. That served you as a young adult, a teenager, whatever, right? But at the stage in life you at right now, does it serve you well to respond the way that you've been responding your whole life with anger? Sometimes I've noticed that my response to things is just not the best response. My outlook on things is not the best outlook. My perspective on things is not the best perspective all the times. I definitely can be wrong. It's not saying that I never thought I was capable of being wrong. You understand what I'm saying? But when you really sit down and think about a lot of stuff, do a lot of self-examination. And the only reason why I'm doing this is because I want to make sure when I sit down, see, the Most High said He dwells in a house not made with hands, which has to be the human body. Because everything else that you see around you has been what? Built with what? Hands. Your body wasn't. Now, you may have had surgery on you, and that's a different ball game, but you wasn't born like that, right? Okay, thank you very much. You understand what I'm saying? and by the way, I just want to throw this out here. We are all the Immaculate Conception. Don't get it twisted. See, let me throw this out here to you. This is why Christ spoke the way He did when He walked the earth. It's not to worship Christ, right? But when He says to go to the Father, you got to go through Him. Meaning that His ways, He gave you the blueprint. We out here looking for a way to get to the Father and all this kind of stuff. It's like we're trying to reinvent the game. It's like, why? The blueprint's already there. The game is already given. Just follow the steps. That's why He was just like, look, man, my yoke is easy, my burden is light. That's what He meant by all of this. You understand what I'm saying? That's what He meant by all of this. The blueprint is already there. You see what I'm saying? And that's what I've been failing to realize this whole time too. The blueprint is already there. You dig what I'm saying? So I encourage y'all today. You know what I mean? Because we're going to do like a little part 2, but you know, on IGTV, man, they only going to limit you to talk for so long. And I can go on and on and on with this thing. I'm going to do like a little part 2. But I encourage you, man, to dig a little deep. Do a little self-examination. You know what I'm saying? The hills we climb in life are within. But once you climb those hills, you get to the top, man. Like Dr. King say, man, you get to that mountaintop, but the view is quite special and spectacular. You know, when you get to the top, the Most High will say, well done, my son or my daughter. You know what I'm saying? I look forward to seeing y'all at the top, man. You feel what I'm saying? We all getting better every day. We all getting better every day. That's what we're striving to do. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, I've been learning a lot of self-reflection, a lot of growth and development. But that's what's necessary for all of us. You understand what I'm saying? What you're looking for outside of yourself is within yourself. Trust and believe that. You are the answer to your prayers. And what I'm not saying is not to see God, but God will move through you once you open up and allow Him to. You know what I'm saying? Don't get. How you doing? So, don't be afraid to let Him in. Don't be afraid to let Him in. Don't be afraid to let Him in, my friends. You need peace, He'll give it to you. You need understanding, He'll give it to you. You need restoration, He'll give it to you. Only you open up. A lot of us ain't even opened up to God in a long time because we pissed off at God about some things that happened in our life. We blame God for a lot of things that we put ourselves in. God said that He would never put you in the situations, anything in there that's too heavy for you. But He never said you won't do it to yourself. I love you. Peace.